Traders, what if I told you there is a proven and safe way to scale your crypto, your meme coin portfolio quickly? Today I am going to show you the secret techniques, strategies, and methods that have helped me scale my small trading account and build it onto a larger and larger size. I wrote a Notion doc and I have a Discord server dedicated to helping you guys out to help you to grow your trading accounts, okay? Let's get started. I'm Ducky. How small is small? Who is this video for? Anything under 5 Solana is a small portfolio. I know there are guys with like 6 Sol who thinks they are the king of the world, but no. You must be careful with a small portfolio, because the thing that sucks about trading with small accounts is that you can't afford many mistakes. You can't afford to be right many times because you're going to go bankrupt. The bad thing about trading with little money is that you cannot afford to diversify. Let's say you have 1 Sol and you want to diversify into 10% each position. That's 0.1 Sol, bro. That's nothing. It's understandable why you wouldn't want to diversify. And that's what sucks about trading with little money. You need larger amounts to see significant gains. Let's go over what not to do first, because I believe that if you want to learn how to trade, you first learn what not to do, how people fail, and then you learn how to make money. Mistakes to avoid: scalping or using any other fast-paced strategy. I know a lot of you guys will read this and go like, but why, Ducky? I saw Orangey doing it and growing an account from 1 Sol to like 10 Sol. Yeah, bro, Orangey has copy traders. Orangey has people who will buy in immediately after him and prop the price up. That's why every coin he buys goes up in volume, because he has copy traders. And also he has his Bullx Neo link, his Bullx link, whatever. And every time people trade with it, he gets a percentage of the fees. And trading is a strategy that requires you to trade a lot, so that's lots of fees for him. So he's incentivized to tell you guys to scalp. But do not do it. In this strategy, do not scalp, because most scalpers lose money anyway, and you are going to do a lot of fees if you scalp in here. Aiming for very high profits. If you have a strategy that you know that can give you very high profits, go ahead, use it. But for this strategy, we are not going to do it, because most times it's just greed and you're going to round trip, not having a strategy. 99% of traders fail because they do not have a strategy, because they do not know what to do. Trading with amounts under $1. Bro, if you have less than $1, I genuinely don't know what to tell you. Fees are going to devour you, bro. Sorry. Using market instead of limit orders. There are traders who trade with market orders and who make a really good amount of money, but for this strategy we are going to be using limit orders, because they cannot fail, they do not have emotions, and they are going to be right in getting you in at the right moments where you need. Trading by yourself. As I told you in my past video, trading by yourself is like having a lot of eyes on the market. It's like having a lot of little people like a trading floor who are looking to make money for you, because they are your peers and they are not incentivized to rip you off like large content creators like Sahad. And not using a stop loss. Bro, no one has gone broke using a stop loss. If you're wrong about a trade, just take it, go ahead, move on. Do not be like this guy. Use a stop loss. Our strategy involves a stop loss. And let's go into it. Let's go into what you came here for, the small account strategy. What should your position size be? No more than 50% of your account. It depends, and I forgot to write this down, but if you have over 1 Sol, do not trade with over 10% of your account. If you have 1 Sol, go in with 0.1 into each trade. If you have 5 Sol, 0.5. But say you have 0.2 Sol, then don't go in with more than 0.1. No more than 50%, guys. Stop loss at minus 20%. Do not move it. If you want to move it, only do it because you want to go to minus 15%, which is what I actually trade with, okay? Because, as I said earlier, when trading a small account, it is more important to not go bankrupt than it is to make money. You want to make it as unlikely as possible for you to go bankrupt, because when you have a small amount of money, you have lots of opportunities to go bankrupt. Priority fees: buy and sell 0.001 Sol, buy and sell bribe 0.00005 Sol, which is half of this. I know these fees are very, very low, but you really do not need high fees for this strategy, okay? The low fees are part of it because your trades will still go through. Trust me, I've tried them out. And the strategy that we are going to be using does not need to be in or out of trades immediately, because the coins are not very volatile. The slippage is 30%. Again, the coins are not going to go up or down 30% the moment you buy them, because that's not what we are going to do. Coins to buy: over 1 day old. Why? Because most scams don't make it longer than a day. If you buy coins over 1 day old, you're immediately filtering out like 99% of rocks. Over 1 million market cap. Why over 1 million? Because this is when you can start drawing discernible market structure. Because this is when you can actually start discerning support and resistance structures and levels and stuff. When you have over 1 million market cap, when people are actually trading mindfully. Must be original and or funny. Search it on Dex Screener or on Bullx search bar, and if it has been done again, do not buy it. I'm not saying that it has to be the next chill guy or something, but just look for it to be original, because those are the coins that run the hardest. People must be tweeting about it. Go into your Twitter, go into your timeline, go into your search bar and search for the ticker of the coin. If there aren't at least like what, 10, 15, 20 tweets about it, then do not buy it, because people aren't talking about it and they are doing nothing to onboard new followers into the project. And the top holders can have sold. This is the most important one. I remember Mitch said it once. Mitch, the largest motherfucker in the meme coin space. I remember he said it once, that when the guys who have literally tens of thousands of dollars in unrealized gains are still sitting, is because you know that the coin still has potential to go up. When the smart guys are still holding onto their backs, you know that they are up to something, and you should probably stick with them. When to place trades. When to buy? After a 50% plus dip from recent high. This is going to be a dip strip strategy like the one that I told you about in my previous video. You want to buy after a dip, because if volume is still enough, people are going to eat the dip and the coin will even go way more up. Place a limit order in a key. I know it says resistance, but it should say support. Place a limit order in a key support level to buy in when it gets hit. When to sell? When your thesis and price is invalidated. Let's say it's right now at $7 million and you say it's going to 10, but instead it drops and goes to 4, and you go like, oh, maybe I wasn't right at all. That's when you want to sell. Or the chart stalls, which means it stops, it doesn't go anywhere, and volume decays. Or your stop loss is hit. If your stop loss is hit, do not go in again. Okay, from my own experience, if you hit your stop loss, just get out. Do not take any other trades in that coin. Let's talk about fixed risk and reward ratios. It's this. It can help you become profitable if you're willing to sacrifice gains. This is what got me profitable, and this is what will likely get a lot of you guys profitable if you do not know what your path to profitability will be. It's how many dollars you are risk for how many dollars you expect to make. If you're using a risk to reward of 1 to 2, you're risking $1 and expecting to make 2 out of every dollar you risk. This is the most common risk to reward profile for a reason. You only need to be right 1 in every 3 times in order to make money. You can afford to be wrong the rest of the times and you still wouldn't lose money. If you go 1 to 1, you only need to be right half of the times. If you go 1 to 5, you risk $1, and to make 5, you only need to be right 17% of the times. And this is what got me profitable in my own opinion. Yes, especially in meme coins, you are going to sacrifice some money because some coins are going to go up a lot after you go into them. But trust me, if you haven't found anything to get you profitable yet, use a fixed risk and reward ratio. It's going to make you money if you know how to use it well. Let's look at examples of charts of meme coins that you should be going into. Y2K. This is a coin that I actually promoted on my Twitter when it was around here before it broke down and then up. This is a coin in which the top holders hadn't sold. The chart looked pretty good, the volume is decent, and people were tweeting about it a lot. There was real life advertising and shit. Alright, you should have bought around here. It's the 50% plus dip from a local high, which is around here, around $22 million, I mean. You should have bought around here because it recovered and it went up again to that same high. Let's go into this one, Concho, which is from like the new Bad Bunny album. He's like a little frog. The Hispanic Pepe was the name of the meme. I mean, the volume is decaying here, but the chart looks good. There's still some volume, although it is decaying, and I would be wary of that. There is a 50% plus dip, and I mean, Bad Bunny is one of the biggest artists in the world, so he's backing it with his personality and his fame. Process-based thinking. Now that we have covered the technical part, let's cover the psychological part. Process-based thinking, why is it, and why does it matter? Rational thought from the logical areas of your brain. Thinking from your prefrontal cortex, from the executive parts of your brain, and not from the monkey brain parts that tell you like, hey, it's going down, I know it, but go buy more, even if you're losing, buy more because they're going to go up. That's the parts of your brain that tell you not to do that. Not taking trades thinking you'll win, but knowing you're trading right. Not going into a trade and going like, hey bro, I expect this one goes right, alright, one for the fam, please, one for the fam. It's going into a trade and going like, hey, I know if it doesn't go right, this is going to happen, and if it does, this is going to happen. Going in and knowing your outcomes beforehand. Are you curious about where the market is going next? That's the most important thing. Loving the process. This is the process part in process-based thinking. Loving the process of being in the markets, of being there. This phrase, write it down. I'm not here to make money. I just want to see where the market goes. I'm here because I want to see where the market takes me next, and I'm actually curious, and money is just going to be a byproduct of that. It's when you're curious, when you feel like you're doing the least amount of work, that you are going to make the most amount of money trading. Be there because you're curious. Do not care about the outcomes. Do not care about money too much, because as I said in my 2025 video, if you care too much about money, that's when you're going to lose. Journal and reflect. Traders journal. We journal to be in the moment, to think about the current state of the market and not about ideas up in our minds. We journal to be in the charts and to be viewing them as they are today, and not to be thinking about stuff in the past or the results that I've had in the past as if they had anything to see with one another. This helps you see things as they are, not as you are. Something very important. Seeing markets for what they are is the first step to being profitable. Seeing a market that's going down, a chart that's going down, as just that, and not as something that, hey bro, it's going to go up, trust me, when the trend is proving you wrong, is one of the first steps for being profitable. Search a 10-minute YouTube meditation and allow yourself to be mindful before trading. Trust me, search 10-minute guided meditation, there are plenty of them. Journaling and reflecting and meditating marked the before and after in my trading, because it allowed me to be there. It allows me to be like this monkey over here. You want to be like him. It allows me to be mindful. It allows me to be there in the zone, in the moment, and every one of you guys should be doing. Journal and meditate before going into your trading. Journaling. Not journaling is basically trusting your mind to remember everything you do, which is obviously not true. You forget things, you're human, and your mind is in a storage unit with infinite space, where write trades and thoughts down as you take them. Write your trades as you take them. It doesn't have to be an essay, bro. I wrote an example on the next slide on how it should look, and keep a Notion or Google Doc open. I'm not asking you to keep a notebook. I just keep a Google Doc open on the side to keep a record of your trades. This is something that I actually did. This is something from my own trading journal. Here I took a little screenshot of the chart where I got in and where I sold, the contract address of the coin, which I got from here. The truth will set me free. This is the name of the meme coin, and I just use it to know what the fuck I'm going into and being mindful about it. The meta, binary code meme coins, this helps me getting better at identifying metas, writing down the meta of everything I buy. And I don't know what, but binary code meme coins were massively popular at the moment. The P&L, how much money I made. What I bought, bro, it's only one paragraph. It's 3 lines. It doesn't need to be something huge. It doesn't need to be an essay. Just write down a simple explanation on why you bought and why you sold. For example, and here I wrote that I panic sold. I panic sold a lot of other things throughout the day, so that's a sign. That's something that I know I'm doing, and since I've written it down, I know that I'm doing it, and I know that I should be working on it to become a better trader. That's the thing about journaling, that by keeping a record of your trades, you can keep a record of patterns and stuff that's happening and that is repeating, and that'll help you out a lot when you're trading, being able to see patterns. That's what trading is about. Read the full Notion doc. This is basically the most detailed account of the strategy. It's going to be in the description of this video. In my Discord channel, in the guides section, I'm going to show you that later. It has everything about the strategy, everything you need to know, risk management, your strategy, when to go in, when to sell, everything. And it has details about meditating as well. Go check it out, it's in this video's description, and it's literally a copy-paste strategy. I mean, you could use this and start making money right